Hello creation, I hope you're well. I've just written this, it's just come through. It's called How Do We Measure Love? How do we measure love? How do we recognise God's own truth? How do we measure love? How do we determine without proof? How do we measure love? How do we, with a limited understanding? How do we measure love? How do we measure that which holds no demanding? How do we measure love? How do we measure that not of the physical? How do we measure love? How do we measure that which dwells beyond all that of the lyrical? How do we measure love? How can we measure the immeasurable? How do we measure love? How could we measure the implicitness of the pleasurable? Love be measured by our actions. Love be measured by our thoughts. Love be measured by range of gift regardless of price bought. Love be measured by kindness, by generosity of act. Love be measured by depth of pain when one is lost, with no chance of that love to come back. Love be measured by length one goes to provide selflessly the happiness state. Love be measured by welcoming all weary travellers and greeting them at heaven's gate. Love be measured by the kindest smile. Love be measured by the warmth of hug. Love be measured by the quencher of thirst who guarantees the filling of the jug. Love be measured by the provider of shelter. Love be measured by the pure of intent. Love be measured by the tears that fall from the heaven sent. Love is that which always prevails, a love so powerful 'twould break free from any fear-built jail. Love is that which is ever present. Love is that which never leaves. 'Tis a choice for us to not choose love, so choose love and love you shall receive. How do we measure love? How do we measure that which can send a soul reeling? We start by learning to love the self. We start by monitoring our feelings. We start by surrendering to those ghosts of the past so they can be laid to rest at last. We accept all actions and roles all played. In doing so, we will not see our healing of self delayed. Then comes the moment for the soul to release, to finally let go, to be free of the beast, to return to the self. All the love thought has lost, no more to wander, to count the heartbreak cost. With love of the self now renewed, we open our hearts again in order to receive. We live as love in both heart and soul, no more for the mind to deceive. How do we measure love? We measure by self, and by acceptance of self, we have nothing to prove. Become that for which you were born to be, to live, to love, and to truly be free. That's how we measure love. Yeah. It is a choice. It is a choice. Conquer the mind. Conquer the mind. Release all conditioned beliefs, and you will find your own love of self. And in doing so, you will find love for all others, regardless of role being played. You will indeed, because you will view it as the eyes of the Creator. You will view it as the Creator. You will indeed. You will indeed. Yeah. And you will have compassion for those who are playing those roles which no others want. which no others want to play. Which maybe some of those souls didn't want to play, but maybe it's a karmic payback that they have to play those roles. Who knows? The Creator knows. That's all. Anyway, I've said it in many of these videos and I'll say it until I've not got a breath in my body. It's love that matters above all else. Love above all else. So choose it. It's a choice. It's a choice. It's a choice. We can all change. That's it for now. Take care.